Here's what dirty bulk is. A dirty bulk is an excuse to eat
whatever you want.
to eat like a Riri. I don't know what.
Don't say that.
I dialed it back. It's so that you to eat like a child and you have no discipline. So you go shove cheeseburgers from McDonald's in your face.
Pizza. Hey, my name is Jessica Goins, and I'm a nurse practitioner and owner of Optum Life Health in Dallas, North Carolina. And here with me is my husband, Bradley Goins, and together we own Going Strong Fitness, which is a gym in Dallas, and we have one in Cherryville. So today we are going to talk about what is bulking and leaning out. And I think a lot of people know what that means, but we're going to dive into some specifics and not really what it is necessarily all the time, but like, I guess, what should I say? What's the best, like when you should do it, why you would want to do it, things like that.
When or if you should bulk or cut.
So not just what they are, but what they,
right.
what you could get out of them, when you should do it, things like that. I can't speak right today, so you'll have to help me.
That's fine.
So you start, like always.
Like for bulking and cutting?
Yeah, let's talk about what is a bulk and
right.
Who should do it. Like when would you want to do it?
So a bulk obviously is in a time frame where you're trying to gain muscle. And for men and women, that to me, that's going to look different.
Yeah. So let's talk about a man first. Then.
So a man, the first question is, should you bulk? Should you be in a lot of guys want to get bigger. So they try to put the cart before the horse and they're like, I want to get more muscle. It's like, well, you don't want to start a bulk if you're 20% body fat.
Right.
30% body. Like if you're already big, if you got a lot of extra body fat, if you can't see the top two abs, I don't think you should bulk at all.
Right.
You should be more of maintenance calories, eating a lot of protein, training hard, lose some fat, gain some muscle at the same time.
Right.
If you got weight to lose, I think you should do a lean out first. You should cut down to like below 15% body fat, where you have some somewhat visible ab definition, a flat stomach. Then you're going to be in a better state to do a bulk. This is for men.
Can we tell the reason why?
What? Which part?
Well, why you recommend that? Because we have, and we won't say who it is, obviously.
I have seen, this is not just one person, but
one really stands out.
You'll see, I know a lot of you guys want to do a dirty bulk. You think you can just eat trash and get big and gain muscle quick. You can only gain muscle so fast.
Right.
You cannot gain muscle at some rapid rate. So everybody will try to take things and try to make them gain muscle faster. If I eat, I'll just shovel pizza in my face. Because I'm working out, and that's going to go to muscle. It's like, no, you're just going to get fat. So you have to eat clean food, good healthy food, healthy carbs. But you do a dirty bulk. Dirty bulk. Well, here's what dirty bulk is. A dirty bulk is an excuse to eat
whatever you want.
To eat like a Riri. I don't know what.
Don't say that.
I dialed it back. It's so that you to eat like a child and you have no discipline. So you go shove cheeseburgers from McDonald's in your face.
Pizza.
And I've literally witnessed people, young guys, gain 20 up to 50 pounds. Literally 50 pounds.
50 pounds.
Measured.
And this guy that I'm thinking about, when he scanned on the in-body, now it was the same in-body, because you got to have your baseline. You scan on the same one, right? Because one machine's going to say one thing, another machine's going to say another. He scanned on our machine. He gained 50 pounds of fat, and he did not gain
goose egg.
1 pound of muscle. And
zero muscle.
I was embarrassed for
I
him.
felt bad.
I felt
50
really bad.
pounds of fat was gained, and water, and zero muscle from a dirty bulk. So that means you didn't train hard enough, and you ate like trash.
So that's what you don't want to do.
And that's what you don't want to do, because now you have to take 50 pounds of fat back off.
And that's hard.
And that is exponentially harder than gaining it.
Easy to go on.
Yeah. So that's my soapbox is you're not going to, it takes work to gain muscle. You have to eat the protein, you have to train hard, and you can't just go shovel food in your face and expect to gain muscle.
So you're saying, so even if
it needs to be
incremental,
incremental,
hasn't been working out like a long time, and they have a lot of fat to lose, they should really consider building the muscle really slowly, like trying to get their body fat down, so
Yes.
maybe more into maintenance.
If you have body fat, you need to get
And
under
then
15%.
once they're down, then they should consider more of a
Yes.
strategic bulk.
You should get lean before you bulk.
Okay. And
Otherwise, you're going to do a recomposition. So if you're 20% body fat, your abs aren't really visible. You know you got some fat to lose. You know, if you're honest with yourself, you know what situation you're in. Let's say you got 20% body fat or more. Most people do. Most guys do. There's not many guys under 15% body fat. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. So 70% of people watching this should probably not be doing a bulk. Men. So you want to get lean first because, one, your insulin sensitivity will be higher. The carbs you eat will be better processed.
Right.
The bigger you are, you don't handle carbohydrates as good. Your insulin sensitivity is not there. You know, this is an example. Your pro bodybuilders never get above 15% body fat usually. Even in the off season, they start real low. They go into their bulk when they're already lean. They bulk up to like 15, maybe 17%, cut back down. So you want to get lean so that you can actually gain more muscle that way.
handle it better.
You handle the carbs better. You actually build more muscle more efficiently that way. So what most people should probably be doing is eating close to maintenance, maybe slightly above, high protein, whole food, healthy food. High protein is 1 gram per pound of body weight, at least. Maybe a little bit more. Keep your carbs and fat on the lower side to fit your calorie needs. Train hard, and you build muscle. And if what people forget is when you have stored body fat, if you're eating at maintenance calories or even in a deficit, you can still gain muscle. It's a myth that you have to be eating a ton of food to gain muscle. Because if your body needs extra calories, guess where it's going to take it from? Your fat cells. This is stored calories. Mm-hmm. Whatever you got on your body, that extra fat, that's stored calories. So if I ate, let's say I burn 2,500 calories a day, but I only ate 2,000, and I ate a high protein diet. If I have a calorie deficit, my body needs more calories. I ate the protein that I needed. My body's just going to release stored fat to make up the calorie difference.
But you have to keep the protein high to do that.
But you have to keep the protein high. You always. Or you
will not maintain that muscle.
You won't maintain. You won't grow it. You won't grow it. So you need to. So if you're a 200-pound guy, and you want, or you know. Depends on how much, 1 gram per pound of body weight, lean mass at least. Yeah. But generally speaking, if you're 30% body fat, if you're borderline obese, you don't need, and you're 200 pounds, you don't need 200 grams protein, probably 150. But it doesn't hurt you to have 200. You can have more is better. More is better.
If that's going to keep them full versus binging out on other stuff, then I always say no. Keep that protein high then.
Yeah, my philosophy is when in doubt, eat more protein.
Yes.
Eat more lean meat.
You can't less of the other.
You can't overeat lean meat.
Right. Okay. So what else? Is there something else to say about bulking for guys? Do we talk about bulking for women?
So I'll go into women now because I think I covered that pretty well.
Okay.
Women, you probably shouldn't bulk. You probably shouldn't bulk. Unless you're being a pro competitor of some kind and you're maybe
what
you're.
What are your goals? Do you want to? Most women nowadays want to feel stronger, and to feel stronger is hard to do in a calorie deficit. So there again, the protein is going to be the foundation, right? You've got to keep the protein high.
Yep.
But I would say more maintenance calories. If you truly are trying to get a little bit more muscle and stronger, and you don't have a lot of body fat to lose, then sure, you can eat a little bit, just a little bit above your maintenance, right? Maybe you could put on a little bit. But the problem is, we just don't put on muscle as easy. Now, some women, there's going to be an outlier, right? So I can't speak for everyone, but
95% of women
put on the muscle the way men do. So I know from personal experience too, that when I'm like so-called, trying to get stronger, bulking, whatever you want to call it, I'm eating more food, I'm training, this and that and third, I could easily put on 10 to 15 pounds of fat, and I didn't know it was fat because your muscles are going to be full of glycogen, water, you're training them, you're eating, whatever. But then when I stripped it back down, it was like, oh my God, I've really gained 2 5 pounds of best, not even that. It's usually like 2 pounds. And
Maybe
like,
2.
I just gained all this fat for 2 pounds of muscle. To me, it's not worth it because I don't want to walk around like that.
It's a lot of work to
But
get
yes,
that fat
but
back
so
off.
I guess my advice is, we don't really, a lot of people don't want to be skinny. They want to be strong. So if you want to be strong, you eat at maintenance, maybe a little above. You strategically
High protein.
have high protein and you train, and you will get more muscle, right? And you won't feel tired because you're not in a calorie deficit or whatever. So if you have 15 to 20 or more pounds to even lose, I wouldn't even suggest trying to go on a bulk. You just need a composition, a body composition change.
Most people are going to be
Focus-
recomposition.
But what is it again? It's still the basics. It's still focusing on protein and maybe maintenance, maybe a little bit less to get some of that off. But if you keep your protein high, I promise you, your body composition will change if you're not eating trash. You know what I'm saying? You're keeping your carbs and your fat in check and you're actually training. But there's no need for a woman who has weight to lose to go on a bulk. She needs a body composition change.
Right. And
Okay.
I think I forget what maintenance calories is. It's like 15.
And we
14
eat a
or
lot less than
15
you
times
think.
your body weight.
I think a lot of times you see these influencers on Instagram or whatever, and they're bragging about how many grams of protein, how many grams of carbs they're eating. And that's fine and good. If you work up to it and your body can handle it, that's absolutely great. But for the general population who have not been training that way, they can't handle 250 carbs a day or 400, whatever that person's bragging level is. Like you can't handle that.
You got to be
And
training
you're
like
going
almost
to get fat acting like that, right? So it's like, be honest with yourself. Are you really working out hard enough to support what you're eating?
Right.
Because if you haven't built that metabolism up yet, then you likely are eating more food than you think.
Yeah. Well, and the more body fat you have, the less carbs you can handle. I mean, you should be you should be lower carb if you've got a lot of body fat.
So
If you're lean and you're trying to gain as a woman, you can get away with a little bit higher.
yeah,
Same thing for
that's
men.
What I'm saying,
Yeah,
you
same.
have to work up to it. So if you're not lean already,
You have to assess your tolerance.
Yeah.
You have to slowly
I
build
want
up.
everybody to have muscle, right? But it's like,
Well, you will.
who can actually bulk? So
The people that are training hard enough to justify it and they have a reason to do it.
yeah,
General population shouldn't do a bulk, shouldn't do a steep cut. Your goal should be, let's eat healthy food.
yeah.
Let's train hard. Let's keep our protein high. Keep your calories in check. You need to have an idea of where your calorie count is. Learn how to count calories. And
Don't try to.
if the scale's going
justify
up, you're eating
bad
too much.
oats.
If the scale's going down, you're eating
But
less
don't-
than maintenance.
Don't try to justify what you're eating because you work out. That's
Right.
my
Yes.
thing.
You cannot.
You cannot out train a bad diet. And
Yeah.
we've talked about that 30 million times. So let's stop.
In our videos,
Oh yeah. Let's go now.
you can't out train a bad diet.
You can't. You can't. Let's talk
You're
about
just gonna get fat.
what it is to lean in. That was the other question, right, guys? Okay.
What, leaning? What?
What is it to lean out?
Oh,
Should be easy.
the opposite. You still keep your protein the same. So
Like the
if I'm now, because I will do a true like mild bulk and I will lean out, right, if I'm going to do a show. So I'll do a show next year. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do different?
Yeah.
Okay. In that specific case, the only thing I'm going to do different is my training will stay mostly the same. I will bump my cardio up a little bit when I'm trying to lean out. That's my training change. But my weightlifting is going to be trying to do the same thing. I'm going to try to maintain my strength and my intensity. I'm just dropping my calories. Protein's still going to be high. It's going to stay the same. I'm just going to lower the energy calories, carbs and fat. Well, I already kind of eat lowish fat, maybe 50 grams a day, give or take a few. So really, I'm just playing with my carb intake. I don't add fat to my diet. That's the way that I do it. So I'm just going to lower those carbs down to the calorie level that I need it to be where I'm losing body fat. I don't want to drop them too low because then I lose energy, I don't train hard, etc. So I'm just lowering the amount of calories I'm eating by adjusting my carb count down.
Okay.
But I'm still basically eating the same amount of protein Still not adding fat to my diet. Just, I'm even more diligent about making sure I don't add extra things to my diet.
And then leaning out is going to be different for everybody's goal, right? So he's talking about leaning out for a bodybuilding show.
But the process is the same.
Right, but somebody might want to lean out because they have a special event. Okay,
Yeah.
same thing. Or just
The beach.
The beach.
It's coming up. Summertime.
I think regardless of whether you're into swimming, swimsuit season, any of that, maybe you hate the beach. I think that it's good to kind of do a reset every year by leaning out and dip down into those old fat stores and give yourself kind of like a detox, so to speak. We talked about that before, and
Yeah,
we
but you
kind
got
of
to
do it
get
every
deep
year.
into a cut to get that far.
And so most people, they give up way too soon before they actually get into those deep fat stores.
Yeah,
So,
and a lot of guys will quit a cut because they feel their shirt's getting looser and they think they're losing muscle. And I know, I mean, people come to me at the gym and they're like, I think I'm going to end my cut. And I'm like, why?
because my arm is getting.
Like, oh, well, I feel like I'm losing muscle. I'm like, are you eating your protein? They're like, yeah. Are you training the same? Or are your weights at the gym staying the same? Yeah. I said, you ain't losing muscle.
Maybe your
So
arm
I'm feeling
just wasn't as
smaller.
big
I'm
as
like,
you
you
thought
are.
it was.
People forget fat is denser than muscle is more dense. Fat has more volume.
Right.
So
So
if
when you
you've
start
got
losing that-
if you've got an 18.5-inch arm
Right.
and you're 20% body fat and you cut down to 10% body fat, now your arm is 18 inches because that layer of fat you lost around the arm. Did you lose muscle? No. It's just some of that was there wasn't muscle.
So
That's
you just
all.
got to decide what's the look you want to go for.
I mean,
right?
but nobody's going to notice that except for you. When you go to the beach, they're going to notice the six-pack abs you got versus,
You can be
I'm a little bit
small.
harder on guys than I
you
am
can be
women.
smaller, but if you're really lean, you look big.
If you're lean, you look bigger.
Yep. Because the muscles are more.
And I think
defined.
most people want to get lean. Most people would rather be lean than be, guys are kind of weird about it. Guys, some guys just want to be big. And they don't care how much body fat they have. From a health perspective, you need to get your body fat under 20%.
Yeah.
I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying from a health perspective, you want your body fat lower.
And when we say that, it's because when I scan people on the InBody, to give you an example, it'll give us a visceral fat, and that visceral fat is that internal fat that's around the organs. Well, when that number is increased, you're going to be higher risk for sleep apnea, diabetes, heart disease, all the things. I mean, you're checking your A1C, your fasted insulin, all that. So it's like we're not here to say, oh, it's for aesthetic purposes. Yeah, sure, you look good, you feel good, but it's for your health. If you're carrying around extra weight, then your heart's having to work harder. Everything's having to work harder. Your body's not processing the sugar you're eating right, and over time that can lead to diabetes. I mean, it's just a whole thing. I mean, I think we've talked about it in different aspects before, but it always comes back full circle. Like,
Yeah, but and to wrap it up.
Wrap it.
Yeah, the number one thing between whichever goal you have or whatever you're working towards is consistency.
Right.
You have to consistently do the fundamentals, and it's always the diet. You do have to train hard enough to get the result you want,
Right.
to stimulate the body to change. But the food is what's going to change the body.
That's right.
I mean, I've seen people train their butts off and they won't change their diet and they look the same 6 months later. And I'm like, if you would just listen
Yes.
and you would follow the diet, your body will change, I promise you. But you have to keep doing it until you get to where you want to go. And that's just following the fundamentals every day. Those are just the rules. I don't
Right.
make them up.
Yep. So I guess you want to do any kind of recap? Shouldn't bulk if you're
If you're already big, you shouldn't bulk.
Yeah.
If you're a guy, women probably should not bulk ever unless there's a specific
reason.
strategic reason,
Right.
competition-wise.
Right. And then because there's a strategic way to put on muscle.
Right.
And then you're leaning out for, you're still keeping that protein high, I think is the biggest thing we want to tell people. It's like
Always protein
if
high.
you're reducing food, you're not reducing the protein.
Never reduce your protein.
Yep. And so
Keep it the same.
I guess that's it for this one.
Yep.
So if you guys have anything else on the subject or a completely different subject, just feel free to comment and we will see if we can address it in future episodes. And we'll see you next time.